Yes. Next question. What is the difference between a git fetch versus git pull? I mean, this is just one generic question which comes again and again. So for that, let's try this one. Right. Let me go here. And the command to bring the changes from GitHub to your local laptop or desktop is called git clone. Not from GitHub, but from any Git providers like GitLab or Bitbucket is git clone. Okay, testing comes already exists. Let me remove this. I was doing some testing yesterday. So testing branch. Now, if you run a command called git branch, you will see that we are on the main branch, right? But if you add one more flag to it called A, it will give you some different picture. And that different picture is that we have this test branch and we have one more branch main, which is having some other thing called remote origin main. So basically it is the same main branch which we are working, but this one is the remote version of it. And the remote version is means something which is present on the GitHub. Okay. So just to give you an example, if you go to Git, right, inside the script folder, and yesterday we said that branch is just a reference pointer. And that's why you have this folder called reference. And here you see that we have two options. Let me show you. Forget about text for the time being. We have seen the heads yesterday. So we have this main branch, right? And then if you look at remote origin, and there we have the head too. To file with just an ASCII text. And it is pointing to the, okay, I want to show you something, but it's the same head. Also, it's the reverse loop. So basically, we have the two version, one which is present locally, which is under this head, and one is remote. So before you guys get confused, so think of it like we have the two version of this branch. One is main, which is present in our local system, and one which is present on the remote Git repository. So now let me do some changes. So let me go to this abc.txt, right? And edit it. Changes coming from remote. And let's commit this change. Okay. And first time, let me do git pull. Okay. Let's do something called fast forward merge. Don't worry about it this time. We have say changes coming from remote. It's pulled the changes. What you guys have said. When you pulling that change, it's a combination of fetch and merge. So what exactly the fetch is? So let me change this file again. Edit. And changes coming from fetch. Let me give you this one. And commit this change. And this time, rather than running git pull, let me run git fetch. Okay, it's pull the change, but see, last time, okay, let me show you first. Let me open this file abc.txt. Now you have seen that you are not seeing the changes. This changes coming from fetch. In order to see those changes, we can do git branch -a, and we see that we have this origin main. So yesterday I showed you how to switch to that particular branch, origin main. And now if I open abc.txt, wow, why it is not there? command git checkout origin main. Yes, sorry. So I mean, the switch command does not work for the remote branch. And if I will see that, okay, changes coming from fetch. So basically, the main idea of the fetch and the cases where we use fetch is, for example, if you are pulling your changes from some remote repo or from third party repo, and you do not want to mess up your local development environment. So first, you are going to pull those changes to that remote branch. Once you are happy that, okay, these remote changes are good, then you are going to merge that into your main branch. Okay. So in those cases or in those kind of a secure environment, generally we will go with fetch. And how we are going to merge those changes is like, for example, this. I'm going to use this command called git switch. And yesterday someone mentioned that using the switch, we cannot create a branch. We can do that with using this -c. So let's say temp branch. Okay. We have switched to a temporary branch. If you look at this git branch, we have this temporary branch. And this temporary branch has a file called abc.txt, which has this change. Now switch back to master and valid reference. Oh, sorry, because this is GitHub, so default branch is now changed to main. And what we can do, git merge this temporary branch. Now, if you look at abc.txt, you have this change. So the gist of it is whatever I have explained, like you guys already know, git fetch, just pull the change to your remote branch, right? Which is the branch which is present on the remote side. For example, in this case, GitHub. Git pull is the combination of git fetch plus git merge. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, most of the time I use git pull. But in cases, if I am doing some changes like from third party repo, where I don't have a trust and I don't want to, I first want to see what are the changes which I'm pulling it from there. In those cases, I do git fetch. I create a separate branch out of it, verify all the changes. And once I'm satisfied with the changes, I will merge it. I mean, this question has been asked so many times and people really have a hard time to explain this. So just keep an eye on this question and try to explain it to the interviewer like, okay, this is how it all works.